proper place and will stay in it. You do not need to send him to the back door. He will go without being told. In fact, if there is no back door, he will cut out one for his own special benefit.
My Lord. My Lord.
In other words, the Israelites found it difficult to claim the brand new future that God was offering them because they were hung up on their past hang-up. And Moses' greatest difference was not necessarily getting them out of Egypt, but getting Egypt out of them. The greatest challenge was not getting them to get Pharaoh to let them go, but to get them to let Pharaoh go. But here they are, like Brownie. Here God is offering them the gift of a brand new future.
Yes, sir.
And God always does that. Yes. I like that about God. No matter what happens, no matter the circumstances, somebody like this God shows up and is always offering us the gift of a brand new future.
Yes, sir. The gift of a brand new future.
But there are times when it is difficult for us to claim the brand new future that God is offering us because we too, like the children of Israel, we too, like Brownie did.
Preach, Dr. Holmes.
On our past.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hang-ups.
Yes, sir.
Oh, come and go and sing with me tonight as we celebrate our BlackAwareness. The fact that sometimes it is difficult for us to claim the brand new future that God is offering us because we get hung up on our past scars.
That's good.
Listen, ministry and discipleship are hazardous occupations.
Talk. Yes, sir.
I'm reminded of that little girl who'd been had been making bad grades in school, and the mother and father decided that they would put her in a private school. They figured that perhaps there she would get more individual attention, so they put her in a Roman Catholic school, a private school. And after she was in that school several months, her grades began to improve dramatically, and her mother and father could not understand how her grades improved so dramatically so soon. And so they called her in one day and said, "Why is it that you've done so much, so bad, so soon in this school? And your grades have improved so much. Why is that? What happened?" She said, "Well, it's like this, Mom and Dad." She said, "You know, on the first day of school, we had classes and we had chapel." And she said, "And I sat in that chapel," and she said, "I looked up and I saw that man on that cross." And she said, "I said to myself, they mean business here." Well, the cross is a reminder to us that God means business.
Yes, sir. God means.
And when we take up the cross and follow after him, it is our way of saying back to God that we mean business too.
All right.
But the tragedy is that sometimes it's so difficult for us to claim this brand new future that God has offered us because we are tempted to part by ourselves. My father was a preacher, and I remember the church that he pastored. He's in the backyard of the church that he pastored. There was always a lot of old trees, and I remember that beneath one of these trees there were always a lot of old sticks and stones and rocks and bones and old shoes, whereas they were not beneath this one particular tree. And one day I discovered why they were beneath this one particular tree and they were not beneath the other trees. It was because this one particular tree was a food-producing tree. It was a pecan tree. Now the point is, if we ain't done nothing, ain't nobody gonna bother us.
Talk.
But if we seem to be productive for the kingdom of God, rest and be assured that some stones are going to be hurled in our direction.
Yes, sir.
And sometimes we are tempted to part by scars.
Yes, sir.
And one of the things I like about looking back at our Black history is the fact that in spite of the scars that our forefathers and foremothers suffered, they didn't part.
Didn't park, Doc.
By their scars.
Yes, sir.
Work on that.
You saw that movie, Sarah.
Yes, sir.
You remember that the first time they marched across that bridge, that they were beaten, and the police, and a lot of violence occurred. and they were scarred, they were wounded.
Yes, sir.
And they went back to the church, back to her chapel.
Yeah.
But they didn't park there.
Didn't park there, Doctor.
They developed a strategy, and they were determined that they were going to go back again. They didn't park. They developed a new strategy, and that numbers increased, and they went back again. Thank God they didn't park by themselves. If they had given up then,
Talk, sir. Yes, sir.
we might be where we are today. We come to celebrate the fact of a people
Yes, sir.
who did not park by their scars, did not park by their wounds. And also we are reminded that others have labored, and we have entered into the fruits of their labor. Trees that we did not plant have provided shade for us in the noonday.
Yes, sir.
Bridges that we did not build.
Yes, sir.
Parents over in the troubled sea. Songs that we did not write, and cheers on in the darkness of the night.
Yes, sir.
Maps that we did not write, and the light into our pathway.
Tom.
Yes, sir.
To our forefathers and forefathers who didn't park
Didn't park.
by their scars, but went on to be productive
Went on. Yes, sir.
for future generations.